A lot of football players blow through their money as fast as they earn it. According to a report, almost 80% of ex-NFL players end up bankrupt, divorced, or unemployed within 2 years of leaving the game. Some get ripped off by bad financial advisors, while others are just too generous. And then there are those who just can't resist spending every dollar they make. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the 5 dumbest NFL players who followed the same path to go broke. Like and subscribe if you love the NFL. Starting at number 5 is Bernie Kosar. Cleveland Brown fans haven't had much to cheer for, but if there was one bright spot for the looming NFL franchise, it was Bernie Kosar. The quarterback became a beloved individual in the team after taking a unique path to the NFL. Despite his average career, Bernie Kosar did a great job with his finances. His rookie contract was worth $5.2 million over 5 years, and in 1989, the Browns gave him a $15 million extension, making him one of the highest paid players in the league. This contract included a $3 million signing bonus, which put him in the same league as Joe Montana and Warren Moon. During his retirement, Bernie had made almost $20 million and had even won a Super Bowl ring with the Cowboys. He used that money to invest in different businesses and create more wealth. However, his financial success didn't last long. In 2009, Bernie filed for bankruptcy in Miami. Some of the numbers of his bankruptcy paperwork were shocking to say the least. He owed almost $1.5 million to his former team, the Cleveland Browns. He also owed $3 million to his ex-wife and $725,000 to the owner of the Cleveland Gladiators. Additionally, he even owned a bank over $9 million for bad real estate deals. The most surprising and saddest part of Bernie Kosar's bankruptcy was his checking account balance of only $44. This was shocking considering that he was once a part owner of the Florida Panthers hockey franchise and Arena Football League team. He talked about his personal and financial struggles in an episode of ESPN's 30 for 30 called Broke. And unfortunately, he is just one of many former NFL players who went broke after earning millions. And number 4 is Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was the fastest running back to reach 10,000 yards in the NFL, but even with all his amazing feats, he is now completely broke. According to ESPN, Peterson owes over $9 million to different people. It's not really surprising when NFL athletes go broke, but it's crazy to think about how much money that Peterson blew up. He made almost $100 million during his career. So what went down that got him into these circumstances? Well, Peterson was really good at spending money, even if it wasn't his own. He even got in trouble for allegedly using money from his charity to fund a sex party. He was known for living it up and throwing lavish parties. A specific one that will always be remembered is his 30th birthday bash. He flew over 300 guests in first class and had rented a camel, amazing belly dancers, and an incredible ice bar. But here's the thing, Peterson could have still lived his fancy lifestyle without going broke. If he had just saved 10% of his income, he would still be worth millions today. We did the maths, and if he had invested 10% of his cash earnings each year into a basic stock market index fund, he would be doing great. Even with the market crash in 2008, he would have over $24 million saved up in the fund. His net worth would have increased from $18.8 million to over $24 million. I mean, that's a lot of money, even for someone like Peterson. But because he wasn't very good at saving, he is now deep in debt. And number 3 is Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell, the former NFL quarterback, made a huge amount of money during his 19-year career, and the figure was around $50 million. But now he has also made it into this list. Well, it sounds crazy that Brunell was a big dog in the NFL. He played for the Green Bay Packers and then got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he received his legendary status. The fans and the media loved him. Meanwhile, Brunell wasn't just focused on football, he also tried his hands at multiple businesses. He invested into 9 different companies, but unfortunately, 5 of them went bankrupt. And the 2 companies that actually destroyed his life were Champion LLC and Whataburger. Champion primarily focused on the real estate sector. However, due to all the unfortunate downturns in the housing market, Brunell incurred a substantial loss of $11 million, and his investment in the Whataburger franchise resulted in a loss of approximately $9 million. The entire sum of his failed ventures amounted to over $50 million. This kind of thing happens a lot in the NFL. Some dudes make a ton of money, but then they blow it all on bad investments or living an extremely unaffordable lifestyle. And before they face reality, it all goes down in vain. Well, you do gotta feel a little bad for Brunell, but admire the fact that he didn't do this out of greed. It was just the result of some extremely poor business decisions. And the situation goes on to show that it's not just about having a big ego, it's about not knowing how to manage your wealth. And number 2 is Terrell Owens. Now, whether you loved him or hated him, you couldn't ignore Terrell Owens when he was on the field. Terrell was a talented and entertaining wide receiver during his playing days. While he easily caught touchdowns, his end zone celebrations used to steal the show. He was always doing something to grab attention, whether it was munching on popcorn or autographing the game ball. The NFL wasn't too happy about it and fined him about $150,000. But that doesn't bother Owens. Similar to other NFL athletes, Owens faced financial troubles after retiring, and it has not been a kind journey for him. Despite earning more than $80 million during his career, he made some shocking decisions that cost him most of his fortune. In a 2012 interview with Nancy Haas of GQ, Owens explained how it all went wrong. He trusted financial advisors to handle his money, but they invested it in risky ventures that didn't pay off. Later on, someone stole almost $300,000 from his bank account. Although he eventually got the money back, the experience left him feeling like he couldn't trust anyone. Owens also made some questionable investments buying houses and condos with the idea of renting them out, but the 2008 financial crisis made that impossible. He also invested in an illegal Alabama casino. On top of all that, Owens had to pay $44,600 a month in child support. While that might be manageable for an NFL player, it's a different story when you're out of the league and have a net worth of less than $1 million. And at number 1 is Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis, the former Washington Redskins and Denver Broncos running back, signed this massive 8-year, $50.5 million contract in 2004. I mean, it was tough to believe. But he was making history as the highest paid running back in the NFL at that time. And it's not like he didn't deserve it either. Clinton was killing everything on the field, rushing for almost 6,000 yards in his first 4 seasons. But there was one similar thing that happened with him too. Just a few years after retiring in 2009, he lost all his fortune. It was revealed that he almost owed $5 million in debt. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the hell did he blow all that money? Well, let me tell you. It was a combination of poor financial decisions and some worse pundits. His financial advisors were supposed to be looking out for him, but instead they made him lose millions of dollars. And let's not forget that Portis himself was pretty reckless with his cash. He was deep in gambling and lost a major chunk while doing so. As per a blog, this is the exact breakdown of his wretchedness. He lost $8 million in a failed casino business venture, $2 million in a Ponzi scheme, and nearly $500,000 in unpaid taxes to the IRS. Well, he also had to file for bankruptcy, which revealed that he owed over $400,000 in child support and had 3 cars worth $175,000. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's what I call a financial disaster. But that doesn't end this list either. He also owed money to his mother, totaling around $500,000. And he even owed $500,000 to a former sideline reporter named Nichelle Turner. It was actually a never-ending cycle of debt for the NFL star. But how did it go all so wrong? Well, Portis admits that his spending habits were out of control, and he trusted the wrong people. His financial advisors, Jeff Rubin and Janesh Brahmbhatt, seemed legit at first. They were also registered with the NFL Players Association, but it was later revealed that Janesh was running a Ponzi scheme and got banned by the NFLPA. On the other hand, Rubin convinced Portis to invest $1 million in a casino that ended up getting shut down. When everything was said and done, Portis was left with $5 million in debt, and he became another popular figure who went from being the highest paid athlete in NFL history to filing for bankruptcy. I know it's hard to believe that even wealthy NFL players like these can go broke, but we often associate pro athletes with fame and fortune. And still, there's a long list of ex-NFL players who have found out the hard way that money alone doesn't guarantee financial security. In the end, it all gets down to making smart choices and not getting carried away with the high-profile lifestyles. So, what do you guys think? Out of all the players who went broke and ruined their careers over the years, who did it in the worst possible way? Let us know in the comments. And even if you're a hardcore NFL fan, I'm willing to bet that you don't know these 7 things about NFL players. Make sure to watch this video to find out right now.